Well, some new information now about allegations of Russian interference in the U.S. election shortly after the Obama administration accused Russia of trying to sabotage the presidential election. Newsweek now reports that Moscow is pushing incorrect information to WikiLeaks. In a piece called Dear Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin, I am not Sidney Blumenthal, a reporter says his words were passed along to WikiLeaks as the words of the Clinton confidant, and it was no accident, writing, quote, the Russians have been obtaining American emails and now are presenting complete misrepresentations of them, falsifying them in hopes of setting off a cascade of events that might change the outcome of the presidential election. Let's bring in Peter Doran, Vice President of Research at the Center for European Policy Analysis and an expert on Russia and Ukraine. Peter, nice to have you back in the program.
Thanks for having me.
Despite the dust-up WikiLeaks Newsweek, sometimes it's hard to follow it all. The big picture item is this. The U.S. government on Friday officially came out and said they believe that the Russian government has directed recent compromises, I'm reading off their release, of emails from U.S. persons and institutions. They mentioned DCleaks.com, a site where a lot of this hacking information has gone, as well as WikiLeaks. Why is that significant that the government chose to do that just days ago?
Well, it's becoming increasingly obvious that Russia is attempting to hack the U.S. election by injecting false leads and fake stories into our public debate. What's significant about what occurred on Friday is that for the very first time, the Department of Homeland Security and the intelligence community pointed the finger directly at Russia as being responsible for a lot of these leaks. That's significant because it points out who is actually ultimately behind this, who's trying to benefit from it. It's a welcome turn, but it's also very late in the game.
What about retaliation? If the government comes out and names someone that they think is messing with us in a variety of different ways, what tools are at their disposal?
Well, this is a problem that Europeans have face on a daily basis, where Russia is actively trying to diffuse and confuse their own political debates in Europe. One of the things that we've learned from Europe is that when you are able to monitor, analyze, expose, and rebut these false leads and fake stories, it empowers folks to make a right decision rather than being guided by wrong information. That's something that we could use a lot more of here in the United States, but right now Russia is winning when it comes to this propaganda war.